Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Kralalien and this is episode 185, but we could also call it season 2 episode 1 because it has been a while and it feels like I'm starting anew. I have no clue if this is going to be a regular thing because my life definitely is a lot different now. It's crazy how many things you have to do when you're alone. That if you split them with a partner, how much less effort things are. You can probably hear Binks is also joining us. What can I say? I don't even know how my intro went. I only know I have a web shop, colourfulcreativity.nl or colourfulcreativity.com, but it's still closed. I am waiting to reopen until after the craft circle because I have to do inventory again, etc. And I'm like, I'll take it all as it is to the craft circle and then we'll start anew again. Yeah, I have a cat, Binks. He also has a sister, Laia, who is a little bit more camera shy. I am 44 years old and I live in the Netherlands near the German border. What else? This is a knitting, spinning and crochet, crafting, whatever I feel like podcast. And whenever I feel like, apparently, because it has been since December, since you last saw me. December was overwhelming with sick cats. January wasn't any better, except for the fact that it wasn't December, so the days were getting longer. And February I went away even though the cats were still sick, especially Binks. He now sees the sun, so I guess he's gonna go there. I should also mention that I might have to run to my oven in a few minutes because I have a cake in the oven. Because why wait until it's done? I tried and then it needed 10 minutes longer. So I was like, I'm gonna start now. Because if I don't start now, I keep waiting for the perfect moment and it never arrives. Because that is what I've learned the past 4 months. That was Binks sneezing. Nice on the window. Thank you, it was just clean. So yeah, Binks is still sick. It is what it is. It is viral and he just got the 3rd round of antibiotics and they didn't do anything, or at least not enough. So we quit that. And we are looking into if we need to go to the animal hospital for a scope up his nose to get a real swab and look to the inside, maybe if there's polyps or anything we are missing. So yeah, that's the update on the cats. Laia is mostly fine, just annoying and loud at the moment. So that's that. For the regular viewers, things in the background have changed too. I'm doing a really quick catch up in just a few minutes. So yeah, from the past months, I got a new couch. I got a very nice corner couch and that corner is perfect for knitting. It was missing a light, so I put my embroidery what's that called? An LED light, magnifying LED light in that corner. So if I want to craft, I can sit there. I also got an organizer. Let me grab that. It's one of my acquisitions, but I've got it for a few months now. This bag is a knitting or crafting bag from Zeeman. It was only 10 euros and it is fantastic. It has pockets where you can put in needles or pens or whatever. It has this one. I need to make sure nothing falls out, but yeah, you can put in needles there too. It even has more pockets this way. Inside it has pockets. Outside it has side pockets. inside also a zipper, and you can put stuff all around because all four sides have pockets with a little elastic. So it is fantastic if you are like me and like your projects close. And I had like all my project bags on my couch, so if anyone would come I needed to do a lot. Now I just pick this up, put it behind the couch, and I'm done. And yes, the good eye will also spot another project bag, but that's just come out of storage to figure out if I want to continue or frog. It is a West Knits Mild Mania or Mild Magic sweater. One of the two. I modified the neckline and I need to try it on again. And then I need to figure out if I really want that. I'm very tempted because then I can join Angela's make along, knit along. I forgot the name. Angela of Yarn and Yarns, of course, my friend in the UK. And she has great make-alongs. Was it the West make-along or something? I don't know. I'll pop it down below in the captions, the description box. Whatever that thing is called nowadays in YouTube. I need to figure it all out again. So, what do I have? I have a finished object to show you. Because, ta-da, we have a pair of socks. These are the newspaper socks by Shuyi. And she is, I think, Cow from Mars on Instagram and also on Rambouillet. This is hers. Mine were never gonna be black and white. Mine are this. And now I have to check my cake. Cake done. Hopefully no further interruptions now. I have this pair of socks. I knitted these for a friend, Zara, and Zara lives near Hamburg and I visited her in February. I will have more about that later, but the pattern came out while I was there and I was like, ooh, I like those, but it's the qualifier for Sock Madness, and that means that Bings basically almost fell out of his bed because he was stuck in his blanket. Okay. That means that if I knit my own size 43, I knit a lot bigger than the regular size or the minimum size necessary. So it takes me longer, and knitting is really going slower nowadays because there's no one who puts a cup of tea next to you or makes dinner, starts dinner. When you're with the cats on your lap, in your chair, you still have to get up if you want something to drink or need to go to the toilet. That I always had to do, but still, it's like there's a lot of interruptions that eat into my knitting time. So dishes don't get done either by themselves. I do not have any gnomes that do that. No, I don't need knitted gnomes. I need the real stuff. So yeah, I have these socks now, and she said, oh, I would like bright colors. Fine, we can do that. What about purple and green and some contrasty? I was like, yeah, I got you. So I got the yarn here, the pink and green are both from Jawoll Lang Yarns, and the purple is Colorways Mythical sock yarn in colorway 507 Medusa. I don't think they still exist. I think Colorways stopped a few years ago. So yeah, that's the yarn I used. I knit these on 2.5mm needles probably, and I knit the large size. The fun thing is I knit 72 stitches. They fit me except for the length, so that was the whole plan. Sarah has like same width, but a little less length. And I was like, yeah. I managed one sock of the qualifiers in the 2 weeks and just this teeny tiny bit of sock 2, which was enough to qualify as cheerleader. And that was enough for me this year because, like I said, knitting speed, knitting mojo, basically non-existent. But that's fine. The fun thing in these socks is that these lines are crocheted. Everything this way is knitted and the regular color is too, but the pink stripes are crocheted. You do a purl stitch, so it sits really nicely in the ditch that you create from the purl stitch, and it is really, really nice. I might actually knit them again for myself. What else can I say about these? They have a very interesting construction on the heel flap. This is basically mosaic knitted, and then it continues very nicely into the foot, and you have the gusset under the foot instead of on the sides, which is also very interesting. So, finished object, and I needed to record this podcast now because Sarah might be coming next week, and yes, I still need to finish these really because no, I have not done the ends yet. And there are plenty ends in there because you have like 4 extra or 8 extra for all the horizontal lines that you crochet. So it will happen. It will happen. I do not give away socks that are not finished. Though I do in this project bag by Eldenwood Craft that I got from Angela of the Yarn and Yarns podcast, is yarn and a needle. I have this yarn without a label, and I have a 2.5mm needle. It is kind of like my soft sock, so it's very nice and squishy sock yarn. And now I still need to get up and put Bing's back in his bed. Just yarn, a needle and a bag, because I have knit a sock for a friend. It is a almost plain vanilla sock. It has a ribbed leg and a plain vanilla foot. And she also has a size 39. But I wanted her to try them on because in stressful times I can knit a little bit tighter, and I was afraid that had happened. So I sent her the finished sock to try it on before I would cast on the second sock. So yeah, the sock fits. All the markers are in there, and the ends are also in there, not woven in, because I was like, if I have to open it up again, I would really like that to be an easy thing. But they seem to fit, so I can now knit the second one in the same way. I did make notes, so, and when I see my friend, then I will finish her sock, the first sock. Other projects that I am working on in my cute squirrel bag that I made is a test knit that is not finished because, like I said, I found out I'm not as fast as I used to be. In here is the Cisu shawl, and it is huge. Let me check. Yeah, I'm showing you the front. There's like, here we began. It is increasing, increasing, increasing until you have a certain amount of stitches, and I was like, I want it a little bit bigger so I have less yarn left over, so I went ahead. When I missed the deadline, I was like at the exact point where the pattern says to stop increasing. And I did give it all my feedback and everything, and the designer was very kind, and she was also very happy to just have me and give me back my knitting enthusiasm. And the fun thing is that my friend Zara also did the test knit, because Cisu is basically how we met. She sent me the word on Instagram about a year ago. It is a Finnish word, and I want to look it up so I can actually tell you the real meaning. Let me see. A special strength and persistent determination to continue and overcome in the moment of adversity. A quality of stoic determination, tenacity of purpose, bravery, grit, and resilience. Like, you're stupid enough to keep swimming against the stream. And I mean that. Like, maybe not stupid enough, but just stubborn enough to keep going, even though everything is set against you. That is what Cisu means, and that is what I needed last year. Basically, it's a year ago Robert got immune therapy, and he was in the hospital, and we had to just keep going. Even though it wasn't looking good, we just had to keep going. So that is Cisu. And that is what Cisu means to me and Sarah. And, well, we knit the shawl together, the test knit period. And she did manage to finish just in time. I did not. But I'm still working on it, and I love it. It is half fisherman's rib on one side. Or not on one side, on both sides. But you do like a brioche kind of stitch on one side, and the other side is just knitting. This is the back side. It's also very pretty. I like both sides, and it's a really nice and squishy fabric, so I'm looking forward to actually wearing this. But first it will be a sample for the craft circle, end of May. Yarn that I'm using is Schoppel Zauberball. This is the colorway Piano Bar, and there's already one whole ball in there. This is the second one, and it's getting smaller. And same goes for this one. This is my own Colourful Creativity Yak Sock, and this is the colorway Clementine. And Clementine is like pretty bright orange on other bases, but on this one it's a really nice caramel kind of color, and I love it. These have been my winter colors, basically, like the burgundy, a bit of the greenish, the army greenish, and caramel. That's what I've been living it in. Even though I love bright colors, those were the ones that comforted me this winter. Though I do notice I need to get out of those now. I need the bright stuff again. So I might need to do some shopping, and I hate shopping. But oh well. Knitting these on 3mm needles. In this case Jawoll, because those were the only one that had a 3mm empty. And I hope to be finished soonish. I am down to 100 stitches already, and the rows are actually getting faster instead of slower. So there you go. The other project I am working on is in this project bag, and in here I have my Tunisian crochet, and I basically always hit myself in the glasses with the end stopper. Yes, I stopped mid-row. Okay, good. Then at least I know that. But it's crochet, so it doesn't matter that much. This was also a test that I did not manage to finish, but the designer is totally fine with that, because I was in there for funsies. And this we started in August, so I think you've already seen this. This is Two of Us by Marieke of Solace in Stitches. Marieke van Bommel, and I can show you the front page. I'm just not quite sure if this is the... I think this is still the test front page, but it definitely shows just fine. And on there is a dedication to my Robert, which is absolutely the sweetest thing. And Marieke is actually coming tomorrow, and I'm very excited about meeting her in real life for the first time. So she is the reason that I finally caved and learned Tunisian crochet, and it is way easier than expected, and it's a really fun stitch, and it has a very nice edging. I hope you can see that. It's just a teeny tiny bit different, and that makes it a lot of fun. The yarn I'm using is my own. It's also a sample. I am using Colourful Yak Sock again in a Dance with the Waves. And yak is just a really nice soft base that you can wear on your face and not per se on your feet. And this is Colourful Smooth Sock in Razzle Dazzle. And yeah, I just love the pops of neon and the dark blue. It's just breaking it up a little bit. And yeah, I will love wearing this after the craft circle, because I need to keep my samples neat and I need to finish it before the craft circle. The craft circle will be on May 30th in Enschede again, but a different location as last time. It will be at the IJsbaan, which is the ice rink, and it is on the other side of Enschede from me, near the stadium. So very good, reachable with train, and lots and lots of parking space. So that's also going to be better, and I think the accessibility is also better. So should be, at least from what I've heard. And the organizers are very very good with keeping that in mind. So yeah, that is that project. Then I actually got my spinning wheel downstairs again. I'm not sure. I think my bliss is here in view. I managed to spin the first half of my Rambouillet spin that I started in 2023. I thought I had finished the first bobbin. I didn't. It was only 25% done. Now it is 50% done, and this is a fractal spin. I dyed the fiber myself, and in my little baggie here is the rest of the fiber. So that needs to be on a second bobbin, and I don't know when that will happen. Let me take a sip of water. I am so not used to talking this much. I am mostly home alone now, so I can definitely feel that I'm talking a lot, so I need to hydrate. Another project I put behind me, just like scratching your back. I put it right in the middle where I cannot reach it from either side, but here we are. I got a brand new spindle. It is called a Fang, I think. And I just got a random Rolex I had lying around, which isn't the best to use for this because it's really tight and you need those nice fluffy real Rolex instead of how my friend calls it, boardworms. The spindle I got from a spindle shop in Lübeck. It is a very nice lady who has her own woodwork shop in her living room. It's like mind-blowing. And I went there with my friend Sarah when I was there, staying with her for a week in February. And we were like, yeah, let's go visit her. And we made a whole outing to Lübeck and did some fun things too. So yeah, I got this one. But that was not the only one I got. I also got this one. It is a, yeah, they call it a cross spindle, so Turkish spindle, cross spindle. And it has two sets, a heavy one for plying and a light one for spinning. And this is cherry wood. So there's a little thing on there, and look at, I couldn't resist the rainbow. Go with. I just couldn't resist that. Then I also got this one. It's a very light one. I really like it. It has a very nice metal tip. Really pretty and really sharp. This point is also pretty sharp. All the others have metal tips too, by the way. And I got this one. And this is, oh, I can't even read that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't read it because it got a bit greasy from the beeswax. But it is really pretty and has some dichroic bead in there. This side as well. So, yeah. So I got 4 new spindles. Do I have the hang of spinning with supported spindles yet? No, I don't. Did I have any business buying new spindles? Because, like, do I use my other ones? Nope. Do I think these are pretty? Yes. Did I want to support that lady? Yes. So. No, stay. You're not rolling off the table. Yeah. So while we're at it, we would just slowly flow into my acquisitions. There's more, of course. Not a lot, but I have packed away stuff already because it was in the way and I needed to make space for other stuff. So yeah, this is not everything, but this is the stuff worth mentioning. And the stuff that came in the past weeks. So I'm not looking at anything December, January, February, tiny bit. But I'm gonna start, like those spindles were from February and this ball of yarn is 2. This is Katia Concept 6-ply funny sock. And the color is 130. And I was looking into some 6-ply sock yarn for some nice warm socks. Since this winter was pretty cold here and I needed more thicker socks. So this is the one thing I got from going to Farbenrausch Woll Festival in Hamburg, where I went with my friend Sarah. And for me, it was no fun at all. It was so terribly busy that Saturday morning that it was like walking like this and doing a penguin shuffle basically through the whole building in lines, and you could hardly get into stalls and look at things. And after one round through the whole hall, we looked at each other and were like, no, we're going home. Yeah, it was definitely a shame because there were some great sellers I would have wanted to check out. But it was just too busy, and with all the flus going around, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna mask up. So that didn't make it any more comfortable. But I didn't catch anything, so that was a good thing. And usually I go around and then buy what I saw and that I can think of, maybe I'll like that one. So yeah, this one I bought immediately when I saw it because it was 6-ply, it was nice and bright and colorful and fit my needs and my list, and that was it. That was enough. So definitely the smallest haul I ever had on a yarn festival. So sticking with Zara, I got a birthday present from her, and yeah, you all know me. I love rainbows, so this is a 6-ply self-striping rainbow sock yarn. There you go. Shawl style, Fortissima color, in color number 199. And that was not all she sent me, because she also sent me this. I put it in a plastic bag, and in here is a teeny tiny mini skein, and it is a sample of what is in here. And this is 100% cashmere, and it is so soft. So I have to figure out how to spin it. Zara spun it on her new supported spindle that she also bought when I was with her in Lübeck. And that was not the only thing she sent me. She also sent me this, and this is Malibu Sunset, and it is a merino bamboo blend, and this is from Martina's Love for Wool, and this is a Wow Team Blends. So I'm just wondering if this is from World of Wool. Could be. It's 100 grams of 75% wool and 25% viscose. I'm not sure if bamboo and viscose are the same thing, but it's fine. It is very pretty. It is coral with yellows and purples, and I'm really excited to see how that spins up. Oranges inside as well. So yeah, putting it back in here because I also like the baggies. They're so happy. And closing it up again. And putting it aside. Hoping it will stay there. Then I got something from the Wee Yarn Shop. I got the new yarn, Knit Wanderer by World of Wool, and it is a British wool and nylon 4-ply yarn for socks, but it is like a sport weight. It is 350 meters, so almost sport weight, or a heavy fingering, which is also really nice, I think, for sweaters. But before I bought a full sweater quantity and was like, oh, this is so scratchy, I cannot wear this, I thought, let me just buy 2 balls, figure things out if I can handle it. And sorry, I'm reading the label. 100 gram ball, 4-ply, 80% British wool, 20% recycled nylon, superwash treated, 350 meters per 100 grams, needle/hook 3.25 to 3.75 millimeter. Do not iron, do not tumble dry, hand/gentle wash only. Do drink tea, do eat biscuits. I love it. So yeah, it is actually fine for me. So I'm definitely looking forward to a sweater quantity of this someday. maybe someday soon. This was not all I got from Ross's shop. I also got this bag, the Wee Yarn Terrorist, which is awesome. I love the bag, and Ross is very open in and outspoken in everything in the yarn world and outside of it, and I love that. So yeah, definitely love to support him. Colorways. Sorry, this is the color Bluebell and this is the color Hellebore, and I like both flowers, so great addition to my stash. I also went to H&H this year, and that is the big craft show for businesses and yarn businesses and craft businesses, and I got some new to try samples, and I'm just gonna show you and wonder if you are excited about this too. This is a chunky yarn, which is 100% merino. 100 grams is 50 meters, but I wouldn't sell it as chunky yarn. I would sell it as pencil roving, and I think it will be really nice to spin this thinner, but I have to try it out first, because yeah, we don't know if it actually works. This is an extra fine merino silk and linen blend, which I'm very curious about. It is nice and soft and feels nice and dry, so for summer probably really nice, as is this. This is a merino and silk yarn. Yeah, luxurious blends, and this one is just so much fun. This is a merino, let's see, merino superwash extra fine polyamide and polyester, and a decay weight, but with sequins. I love sequins, and I wonder how they dye, if they take up the dye too or not. So those are the things that I'm looking into, like a little behind the scenes of an indie dyer getting back into the business, figuring stuff out. The other thing I also got there was this bag by Punk Rock Unicorn. I absolutely love it. Yes, it smells as plasticky as it looks, but oh, the iridescent, I couldn't resist. So I got that one, and she now also sells them in her shop. And then I saw an announcement by Frau Wölfchen, and Frau Wölfchen is a dyer in Germany who dyes on different bases than the regular ones. She has them milled for her, and she also does a lot of fiber, and I love her fibers. I saw she had Targi, and that is one of the fibers that I was really interested about, because it is not for sale in Europe, or at least it now is for sale at World of Wool, I think, but that's the UK, and I do not consider them Europe, so to speak. Targi is an American merino equivalent, I think that's what they call it. So I got really pretty fluffy fibers. Somehow I think I have almost the same colors in a different base, also from Frau Wölfchen, but that doesn't matter. I have my colors that I love. This is 150 grams of Targi, and it is 25 microns. And let me see. Luto space. Into space. Oh. Yeah. The brain is not always on, so to say. There's more fiber, but this one was in there too. I also got this beautiful skein of a Southdown sock, and she gifted it to me very kindly. So thank you so much, Heike. I love this skein, and I'm looking forward to Southdown socks to try it out, how those go. This is called The Bright Side of Neon. Yeah, it's just so me. I actually don't even hate Southdown. It's definitely not soft, but it's spongy and nice. Somehow I'm getting better at yarn that isn't super soft. I like grippy yarns all of a sudden. So lots of changes, which might also mean I need to do a big de-stash, because my stash is mostly merino. But when I do, you'll hear definitely on Instagram. So if you don't follow me there. The other colors that I got, Taste of Rain. I mean, look at it. It is the perfect petrels with a little bit of rust, and oh, I'm just in love. As with this one, which is called Rosebud, because somehow I am drawn to pink now, but it also has burgundy and that really nice deep green and some more army greenish colors. Just like a little bit lighter than the Zauberball I had. This one has like the light pink in it as well. So yeah, I'm curious how this will spin up. I just really love all the colorways Heike dyes, and I should definitely start spinning these, because in November there will be a new yarn show in Münster, which is pretty close here, or at least very doable to go to. And yeah, that is the plan, to go there and meet her again. I haven't seen her in years, so definitely need to give her a hug in person soon. And yeah, that is what I got to show you. Other updates. I am dyeing again. I am dyeing a lot of Nerd in the Attic, because I want to make a fundraiser out of it, but I'm still in the works of getting a permit for that, because apparently you need a permit if you do that at a yarn show. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting how that works out. If it doesn't work out there, then I will just put it online in the shop once I reopen it. The idea is that I will dye a skein, or that you can buy a skein of Nerd in the Attic, and I will add a candle as a little light in the dark. And the set together will be 30 euros, and 5 euros of that will go to the Wish ambulance that brought us to the Apenhul last year. I think that is a nice gesture, because they are just doing fantastic work. I follow them on Instagram and Facebook, and oh, they do so many good things, and all without getting paid. It's all volunteers. So yeah. What else do I have to tell you? Not much, I think. I don't have footage from Fabenrausch Boat Festival, because I just wanted to walk out there screaming. I will be going to Wonderwool Wales, so if you are going and I don't know it yet, please do send me a message, or if you see me there, just tap me on my shoulder and say hi, because I love meeting you all. Don't be be angry if I do not recognize you. It's been a year and it's seriously all a blur upstairs still. There's so much brain fog going on. It's definitely hard. They call it widow brain, and that's why I'm not worried, but it sucks, I can tell you. And it's not getting less, so there are better days now. That wasn't the case at the beginning, but yeah, some waves hit me and throw me back a lot again. And I just had a new wave, so that sucks, basically. What else? Not much. For those of you who are going to Wonderwool, like I said, I hope to see you there. And for the rest, I hope to see you next time, whenever that may be. Sorry for not being on a schedule or something. Sometimes I only knit a row in a week, and I don't think that's worthy of showing. So we might make it a monthly thing or something, but I really don't know. I don't plan on buying a lot at Wonderwool, but we'll see afterwards. And yeah, I hope you have some time to do some nice crafting yourself, and see you next time. Bye bye.